even just if you want to look at the Bible, written 3,000 years ago in some instances. It's like that description of reality, we don't have to just slap on a t-shirt and start wearing it and say, well, this is what they described in the Iron Age as being true, so it must be. It's like some of this was written Iron Age, Bronze Age, maybe Stone Age. Like this is really like old stuff. We have to learn what it meant to them, but also we need to then build a bridge between how does that translate into a modern experience of that. I think that's the hard part of the Bible in religious faith communities is they're reading it creedally and saying, tell me objectively what is true and historical and accurate and factual out of this book so I can agree with it and be in the right. And you're saying this is more of a wisdom tradition, and there are different ways that we can read this book and understand this book. That sounds a little bit more indigenous, actually, having wisdom and myth and metaphor and story. So what kind of role could sacred writings, I'll just leave it open, not just the Bible, but sacred writings have in like helping us craft a narrative of how the world works, even though they might be really, really old and don't necessarily translate into the modern world?
Yeah, well, I think it helps provide a recognition of people's like genuine experiences of what they would describe as the divine, or these traditions of people over thousands of years wrestling with what it means to be human and then trying to put words to it, because they have found like, oh, when you don't murder people all the time, the world tends to be a better place. So it's learned its wisdom. And so I think for me, that's how spiritual and holy text function, is kind of, I don't know, finger pointing at the moon kind of thing. And like not, I think we probably have talked about that before the last time I came on, especially if we were talking about Merton and stuff. But yeah, like not mistaking a holy text, the map for like the treasure itself, but it's rather a way of getting there, or not mistaking our, a finger pointing at the moon for the moon itself. I think holy text focus like that, oh, what's his name? Pete Holmes has a line that I love when he talks about like religious beliefs and like holy text and all, where he says like always true, sometimes real.
Mm.
I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the truthiness of it comes from experiential reality. It comes from existentially risking oneself in the direction of it and then participating and seeing if it's true or not. But that's different than propositional truth claims, which is where I think people constantly get hung up.